down. It's Howard. So earlier today, well, let me just put this out here. Number one, like I've been saying, the Most High is going to bring everything to full circle. All lies is going to be exposed. You know, the whole, everything. All things, you know, going to come full circle. My fault, y'all. That was my speed triangle hitting against my prop bar in the back of my truck. And it was irritating. But, yeah, so, you know, he says he's going to bring all things full circle and all lies are going to be revealed. So I'm sitting here and I was scrolling through some TikTok pages. And as I'm scrolling through these pages, I happened to scroll into this like debate this white guy was having with this white. Well, she sounded like she was white, and she was going on about her Jesus and, you know, the other folks and the other stuff and the other stuff, and she was talking about his tomb over there in the other place that they call Israel. And when she said it, the guy, like, the way he responded to her, you could tell he thought that, you know, a lot of people knew this, and I guess they didn't, because I didn't know. So he says, what are you talking about? His tomb is over there. He said, that place was just invented. What are you talking about, right? So he says Jesus' tomb is in Japan, right? So now I'm sitting here looking at it like, what are you talking about? I never heard of that before. So he gets into it and he talks about like what you can do to research it and find it. So I get to work. But what I do is, like, I don't do Google, so I'll go like on Bing or Firefox, you know, a different website. There's a lot of times I notice what Google do is they'll put what they want you to know, but then when you go like on Firefox, they just put what's there. You know what I mean? They put what's on record or whatever. That's just like what I was telling y'all about what they call the Dajjal. They say the Muslim Antichrist, and it tells you what he looks like and everything. And like I told y'all, we are the Antichrist. We're anti their God. Y'all, a lot of people. The sad part is a lot of people are gonna come to find out that the Most High is going to destroy their Jesus, their Son of God, their Son of Him, allegedly. That's what people don't understand. He's going to destroy all these religions, all this false mess. He's going to get rid of it, because there ain't no damn son of the Most High. We're the sons and daughters of the Most High. That's part of like that Egypt stuff and all that other stuff with these only begotten childs and all this crazy stuff, born certain days and with 12 disciples and all that craziness. All that stuff is all the same. And my thing is this, like I always say this to people, if you're one of the children of the Most High and he tells you the whole world is against you, then if the world is against you, why are you in their religions? How does that make any sense? Christianity was brought to you by somebody that came and took your land, and you believe it. They're against you. You know, we are real quick to fall for something, especially an idol. So I get on there and I start researching, and Lord and behold. So remember when I told y'all I did the reading about Jesus in the Coven Bible? Y'all remember that in the book of Barabbas, where it tells you that dude was not of our people. He was literally teaching against the laws of the Most High. He was doing a lot of wicked stuff, and the guy that was actually righteous was the one that they called Judas, the one that's supposed to sold him out for 30 coins. He the one that literally got killed. He the one that got hung in a tree. Not dude fled with his wife, and he fled. I mean, he didn't have a wife yet, but he fled. So it says that he fled to Japan. It's like, I guess, a continuation of it, because it says that he fled to Japan. And he married and he had children. And he was buried up on this, in Japan, on this hill or mountain or something. But they named him one of their names, but he wasn't, he wasn't of their people. So you gotta think about that, y'all. Like, this shit is crazy. And the funny thing is, right, in that story, it says that it was his brother that got killed in his place. And in the Coven Bible, it didn't say it was his brother, but he was like a close friend, like, like Judas was a good friend of his, or whatever like that. And sometimes when you got a close friend, a friend could be like your brother. You know what I mean? So I'm telling y'all, everybody get up out of that shit. I'm telling y'all, everybody get up out of it. Straight up. All this he's an uncorruptible lamb, and that's a crock of shit. If that was the sense, and his job was to put us in these uncorruptible bodies, then what's the hell is the point of us going back to sacrificing for? Like, y'all not reading the scriptures. In what they call the Old Testament, or what we call the Torah, it tells you that in the book of Ezekiel, the former things are going to return. We're going to be doing sacrifices and all, repenting and all. So what are you talking about? Which is still going to be laws. It's still going to be laws. What it is the evil is going to be purged from the earth, meaning the wicked people and all the wicked spirits are going to be pushed out of the land. Remember, that's why he said he's going to get rid of every evil bird in the land. They're going to be pushed out of the land, out of the Most High's land. So, I mean, you might want to read those scriptures again, because they got y'all thinking something else. It says there won't be no death and no dead, but that's for us. That's not for the whole earth. That's just for his children. Because the whole world, they've been dying because of what, the other Gentile nations have been doing to them, because they just evil. But we're the ones that's catching all the hell. Like, we're literally just getting fucked around all day, every day. So, I mean, you got to think about that. But I know this one thing. Y'all better come up out of that Jesus, that Yahushua, that whole concept of this only begotten son. Like, I had some guy leave me a comment on TikTok talking about Yahushua and stay in the Bible, or I'ma damn myself, and I had to let him know. I said, you literally going against what the Creator said, period, because he literally told Daniel to seal up the books. Like, so there's going to be books that's sealed up until the end. You know what sealed means? It means that you cannot open it, or you can't comprehend it. One or the other. It could be sealed in your mind, or you just can't open it, or you don't have access to it. So, what is he talking about? If you're going to stay in the Bible, like, that don't even make sense. When there's more than enough evidence showing that these people took plenty of things out of the Most High's word. Plenty of things. And they are the ones that put these books together. Like, use your mind, man. Our stuff was oral. Well, we did have a law book, but at the end of the day, all that Bible only stuff, no. You're not gonna stunt my growth because you want me to stay in a book that's not even really describing what really took place. You know what I'm saying? look at what I read with the flood compared to the Bible flood. It's given a million times over more detail of what really happened. Not no damn rain. And that's it. It's literally going into detail. So that just tells you, like, and also it also let you know where it tells you that more people did survive than just one person's family, which makes sense because you can't disprove Og. You can't say that Og wasn't alive during the time of Moses, because there's a scripture. There's in the book of Moses, it talks about Moses talking to Og, and Og was calling him a puny little man, and told him he would crush him because they wanted to pass through his land. And Og was born before the flood because Og was a giant. Remember, giants lived a long time. So how did that giant make it through the flood if everything was swept away? And how was it giants afterwards if all the giants were swept away? The angels came after they got bound up, they got free again and made it with some more women? Is that what you're saying? Or did they survive? See, in the Bible it says that the Creator said he was going to destroy all life. But in the Coben Bible, it was only at a certain part of the earth. And it was a curse that came down. A curse that came down. So, I mean, it's just something to think about, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Think. Open your minds. Because we can't keep falling for this dumb stuff that we believe in. This stuff is stupid. You know how many times I've needed work and I prayed and asked the Most High to bring me a job and my phone would ring like 3 minutes after I finished praying? You know how many times I called on that goddamn Jesus and ain't shit happened? You know when my mother was dying, I did that and ain't shit happened? Like, come on, man. Before she was even going through, you know, the time in the coma and everything, ain't a fucking thing happened. And I guarantee you, if I knew what I knew then, it would be a lot more different. You know how many times I done prayed for people that was sick and they got well in the name of the Most High? How many times we been calling on that fucking dead man? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all need to wake up. Like, get out of that bullshit. It don't matter. And then, you know, people with this, oh, well, no, that's because we had the name wrong. And listen, there is no damn only begotten son, period. So throw it out the window. It don't matter if you change the name. It's still the same person. Somebody could be describing me to you, right? And they can actually literally tell you every single little thing I've ever done. They just don't know my name. They calling me somebody else. A person that know me, when they're listening to them describe what I do and all the things I've done, they're gonna say, nah, that's G. That ain't that boy, that's G, yo. That's what they gonna say. So now you think about that. Just because somebody changed, just because your name get changed don't mean nothing. Alright, y'all, I gotta go though. Shalom. Where you going? Alright, y'all. The people is crazy. Alright, y'all. Shalom.